In Slavic mythology, the Kikimara is a spirit that exists in the shadows. To those with darkness in their hearts, she can be vengeful. But to the innocent, she can be a protector. It's up to you to choose.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Henry from Ahead of the Curve 94. Thank you so much for tuning in to another movie review. On today's show, we're here to talk about the brand new spin-off of the John Wick franchise, Ballerina. And people, I am so excited for this shit. Now, once again, I'm here with a late movie review, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. Let's get into it, okay? Unless there's any questions.
Nope.
Okay then, cue the intro. This one doesn't have much of a plot synopsis on Wikipedia, so let's just break it down in simple terms. This is not John Wick Chapter 5. This instead takes place between 3 and 4, which I have on set here today. For those of you who are listening, I have all the chapters on set today, including the prequel that none of you knew about, the 2015 film Knock Knock. Check out the review on that one. That was a good old time. Of course, I'm bullshitting. It's not related to these movies at all, except that it stars the ballerina herself and John Wick himself. Come on now. First things first, this is not directed by Chad Stahelski, so it looks a lot different compared to the other movies. That's okay though, because different doesn't have to mean bad. When you talk John Wick films, it's known for pulling back the camera and just showing you the entire landscape of destruction. It's on some video game shit, right? Very cinematic. The fights in here, way more closer, way more intimate, but yet you can see everything that's happening. Oh no, there's no poor stunt work and shaky cam. Oh no. This one goes full throttle. And while we're at it, Ana de Armas as the titular character, Eve McCarl, the ballerina. If there's one thing you can take from this review, please let it be this following statement right here. Continue to make more of these films, specifically with her. Holy shit, people. Before I knew it, half the movie was gone, and that's at the point where the plot really starts to take off. I lost myself in the theater, I gotta be real. One thing that brought me back to reality, though, was the fact that we de-age a lot of characters that appear in, chapters 3 and 4 and whatnot. Specifically, they de-age Ian McShane, Angelica Houston, and Gabriel Byrne also appears in the intro where it's a bit of a flashback. By the time we get to the present day, I'm like, how are any of you still alive? Honestly, people, they look like they're in pain. Speaking of pain, Keanu Reeves. Oh yes, the Baba Yaga appears, and I've gone on record saying this a million times, people. Keanu Reeves struggles to speak, and I'm laughing my ass off every time. Maybe he's just putting on a performance. But anytime Keanu has to read lines or, act, I damn near piss my pants every time. He is forcing out these lines, and I'm not convinced he's human anymore. And poor Eve has to interact with him quite a bit in this movie. The poor girl has to eavesdrop on conversations between him and Angelica Houston, and I need subtitles or a translator, please.
Welcome to the Continental. Checking in.
I'm looking for the tribe with this mark.
Needing to know is what got us banished from the Garden of Eden. Are you prepared to be cast out again, Eve?
Yes.
Since this isn't a proper John Wick film, the theme early on is very simple. Fight like a girl. And I know how corny this fucking sounds. Oh yeah, when they say fight like a girl, they mean there's no rules in fighting. These people are here to kill you. Do what you do. The first 30 minutes is all set up, right? We get to our first action scene, and of course it's at some extravagant nightclub. Classic John Wick shit right here. The place is called -11 because of how fucking cold it is in there. Really cool concept though. Not one I'd be paying money for, but you know, in a movie, let's do it. Homegirl wrecks fucking shop, people. And let me tell you, people, she gets her ass whooped several times over in this one. Sorry, people, but she's not carved out of stone like fucking John Wick is. Homegirl takes almost as much damage as she deals out. I mean, it gets fucking brutal. I loved it though. This club scene was a great way to really showcase what she can do. And it never let up. From the moment it started to the moment it ended, I was enthralled. One thing that sort of pulled me out though, Norman Reedus plays a character named shit. I gotta look it up. Hang on.
2,000 years later.
Daniel Pine. I'm just gonna say it right now. I was a big Norman Reedus fan, especially in Walking Dead. Come on now, Daryl and Carol? That was like the dynamic duo, okay? He's looking like the diet Keanu Reeves right now, and I'm just gonna be honest, he is old and slow. They try their best to make him look cool. They do. You know, he gets a few scenes to take out a few people. Yeah, whatever. The entire time I was just like, can we X him out the movie? And then like 5 or 10 minutes later after he's introduced, oh, you got me. Oh. Smart move. When he dies, that's about an hour in, okay? And that's when the plot really starts. I realize I haven't really spoke about the plot because it's John Wick, okay? It starts off as a revenge flick and it's gonna turn into something else. I gotta say, it was a smart move to take this out of the normal, like, urban city setting. Sure, we get to go to the desert here and there. Smart move for this movie, to move away from all that claustrophobia and we move into like the Eastern European mountains. Just a small little town that's ran by a cult. What's the worst can happen? And when I say cult, I do mean cult. Whoever's in this town, just assume they're a trained killer. Including the goddamn hotel staff. They'll pull out a knife and just fight you for 10 minutes straight. Don't fuck with these people. I was laughing my ass off. We got that goddamn like Italian bistro music playing in the back. For some reason, I was thinking I was playing Spider-Man 2 delivering pizzas. Like, there's some comedy there. I don't know if it was intended or not, but bravo fucking oh.
I'd like to go hunting.
Will this be a large or small game hunt?
Large.
Out of nowhere, this little town under siege. The cult raises the alarm, seals everyone in. It's like, oh, shit's about to get real. There is a twist in this movie that I'm not gonna talk about at all in the review. Who knows, maybe down the line I'll re-review these movies. I mean, I definitely plan on it. Check out the review for John Wick 1. I did that last year. But yeah, at some point we're gonna cover all these movies again, so I want to leave something to keep you interested. There is a twist, and you know, I thought that it was played off pretty well. I didn't mind it at all. We even get a hero-villain confrontation where each get to explain both of their sides to the story. And you know, I gotta say, Gabriel Byrne doesn't have a lot to do in this movie, but I did appreciate the performance. I mean, there's not a lot written there, but you know, the man's a professional. This dude is ruthless. To take out Eve, he's willing to take out his right-hand man. He does not give a fuck. He even declares war against the Ruska Roma, which is the organization that Angelica Houston runs. ASAP, she was like, hell no, we don't have anything to do with Eve being there. We do not want the smoke. So to mend things, she, Angelica Houston, sends in the Baba Yaga. Let's fucking go. And he absolutely gets every bit of respect he deserves. The way they frame it, the music playing. He's treated like a goddamn legend. Through and through. So yes, people, we have our big moment here. We have the ballerina versus, sorry people, I started picturing him speaking and okay, ballerina versus Baba Yaga. Let's do this shit.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
Cool.
She's trying her goddamn best, people. And he is just kicking the shit out of her. But passively. He looked at her in the eye like, bitch, I'm trying real hard, Ringo. And he lets her go. He's like, all right, you know what? You got 28 minutes till midnight. If the shit ain't wrapped up by then, round 2. This is where Eve just goes full X Games mode. And I'm saying that because she starts killing niggas with ice skates, okay? I'm not bullshitting. And if you were like me, you saw that trailer and said, when does the flamethrower come in? Oh yeah, we're there. Sure, they could have killed her a million times by just shooting her from a distance while she, fucking loads up the thing. Sure. But is it worth it? Hell yes, man. Oh my god, this shit is fun as hell. She's way more brutal than John Wick, okay? If John Wick kills you, at least there's a chance that your family will have something to bury. Fucking Eve gets a hold of you, you're turned to mush, like a pile of just spaghetti sauce on the ground, or your ashes.
There's a declaration of war if she's not called off.
Perhaps I can send someone to solve the problem.
The Baba Yaga.
But I gotta say, the way this whole sequence ends kind of rubbed me the wrong way, people. There's so many conveniences here. And yes, you could say that about any John Wick film. Hell, he jumps out of a fucking building and lands on the ground, walks it off in part 4. I get it. But at this point in the film, when the, flamethrower sequence is coming to its end, she just fucking stumbles on what happens to be like the world's best water hose. Hands down. And then, of course, John has to be a good guy now, and instead of shooting her when it's time, he lets her go.
Leave the wolf to its prey.
She sent you here to kill me?
Or you can leave.
I'm not leaving.
Your choice.
This is your fate. And you cannot change it.
So before it ends, we find out that Norman Reedus is not dead, okay? And I said, no. Please, no. I'm sorry, people. I don't really want him to come back. I'm sorry. One and done. But it also ends with a $5 million contract now on Eve's head. So it's very much following the traditional John Wick films, okay? There's the inciting event that causes a lot of trauma, forces a revenge plot, and then by the end, revenge is had, and well, you know what? Now, we're just kind of in this shit now. And that's exactly the way it's looking if we continue on with these movies, which I hope we do. My voice is killing me. It's about time to wrap it up here. Let's get into the rating, shall we? At this point, I mean, we've covered just about everything I wanted to. Don't get me wrong, once we do a more in-depth review later on down the line at some point, we'll cover a lot more.
Rules.
And consequences.
So with that being said, people, I really had a good fucking time with this movie. So much so that I'm going to give this a rating of... add it to the collection, okay? That is essentially like a 4 out of 5, like an 8 out of 10, if that helps. Or if you prefer letter grades, it's kind of like a B+. Yes, people, I really enjoyed this one. As I stated, I liked it a lot more than I liked John Wick Chapter 2. With that being said, people, I think we've just about covered it. My voice needs to rest if I'm going to be able to talk for the rest of the day, so let's get up out of here, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do all the algorithm things that really help me out. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Cue the outro. Hey, it's me again, the guy from the thing you just watched. Feel free to check out one of the 2 videos on your stream, currently speaking. You can't go wrong with either or. Thank you so much. This time, it's for real. Deuces.